Hi, friends. I hope that you are well and that December is off to a good start. So, I wanted to share with you two readings today. A quote from Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Now, if you don't know, Bonhoeffer was a German pastor and theologian who was part of the resistance against Hitler. Just when everything is bearing down on us to such an extent that we can scarcely withstand it, the Christmas message comes to tell us that all our ideas are wrong and that what we take to be evil and dark is really good and light because it comes from God. Our eyes are at fault. That's all. God is in the manger, wealth in poverty, light in darkness, secure in abandonment. No evil can befall us. Whatever men may do to us, they cannot but serve the God who is secretly revealed as love and rules the world and our lives. So he wrote that in 1943. It's a really odd quote if you've not heard something like that, and quite challenging because it turns upside down sort of even my impression. I was surprised by how direct or enthusiastic that kind of conviction sounds, especially if you understand what was going on in his life at the time. So he wrote that in 1943. Well, that same day, later, when I was reading my other book, For Such a Time as This, I found another Bonhoeffer quote that I thought paired very well with it. So I thought I would share it with you. I often notice hereabouts. By the way, he wrote this when he was he was a prisoner in the concentration camps. He said, "I often notice hereabouts how few people there are who can harbor many different things at the same time. When bombers come, they are nothing but fear itself. When there is something good to eat, nothing but greed itself. When they fail to get what they want, they become desperate. If something succeeds, that's all they see. Everything, whether objective or subjective, disintegrates into fragments. Christianity, on the other hand, puts us into many different dimensions of life at the same time. We weep with those who weep at the same time we rejoice with those who rejoice. We fear. I've just been interrupted again by a siren, so I'm sitting outdoors enjoying the sun. For our lives. But at the same time, we must think thoughts that are more important to us than our lives. So I just have to say that one of the reasons I like to take seasons like Advent and Lent to read stuff outside my normal fare is how challenging the thoughts can be to be introduced to things that are not a part of my daily diet. I find it really both inspiring just to imagine what kind of faith it takes to say these kind of things, but also humbling because if I'm real honest, I'm not sure I'm there, that I would say something like that. So it's good for me to hear something that calls to a depth in me and asks me the question, what's your hesitance? Why why are you bucking at this a little bit? What's the caution? And to be real honest with myself about what it is. Because my experience and my perspective, 70 years later from these writings, they're valid, but they're not the only thing that's valid. And so it's good to put them in conversation with historical figures who saw things a little bit differently and let them speak to us again. I hope that you are enjoying the reading. I'll see you again soon.